What's up, guys? Welcome to part 2 of the grapple hook series. In today's episode, we are going to set up the logic to trace for the best grapple target and the logic to show and hide the targets. Do me a favor and click the like and subscribe. If you are watching this, there is a 70.2% chance you watch my videos and aren't subscribed yet. Hit that notification bell also so that you can be notified when the next video comes out, and there is a link to the community Discord in the video description. Without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, so first thing we're going to do is add our grapple component to the character. So go ahead and open up your BP third person character. So your third person character blueprint, whatever your character blueprint is called. We're going to go up to the component panel here on the top left, click add, step in grapple hook component should come up. Go ahead and click on that. And that's going to add that grapple hook component that we've been building and adding the logic to our third person character. So you can go ahead and compile and save that. Go ahead and close that. We're not going to need that. We want to go to our grapple hook component. We want to go to our inactive function. So where we left off, we did our loop to find the targets, the line trace. This was still connected. I disconnected that when I was testing stuff. I gotta make sure I reconnect that stuff correctly. So our find best target we need to add to our inactive function, so we're just gonna drag that out. Gonna connect that, and then our out actors connect to our targets pin. Alright, and then you can go ahead and compile and save that. Go ahead and double click your find best target. Now we're going to go in here, just disconnect this return node. You can move this over here just so it's out of the way. Compile and save that. Play. And you should be getting line traces. Let me make sure. Okay, so find best target. Yeah, set your draw time. Go ahead and click this drop down. Set your draw time to 0.5. You could put persistent. That's what I've got it on, so should be all right. We're just checking to make sure it's working. That should be line tracing each one of the targets, so you should see the line traces there. All right. So we're picking up all the targets. So now we can go ahead and turn the line trace off. Just put that to none. If you're not seeing the line traces, go back and rewatch video 1. There's something that you missed. Basically, it runs off of this find best target function that we add into the inactive. That's what's going to fire that. So you might want to go back and watch the previous video, make sure you got all this stuff set up correctly, make sure you got everything that's supposed to be private set up as private, stuff like that. So now we're going to create the logic to see if any of the other objects are being hit before our target. So off of our line trace, the out, we're going to go ahead and break hit results. And then from our hit actor, equal. And then we want to get our current target local, so that's going to be down in our local variables. We'll drag that out and connect that to the bottom pin of that equal. This up a little bit. Alright, and then we want to create a branch. Go ahead and connect that to our line trace by channel. And then we're going to connect our equal to the condition pin. You can go ahead and hit that drop down arrow so you can clean this up some. Go ahead and compile and save that. All right, and then off of this branch, we're gonna add a sequence. We're gonna do two things here. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna calculate the angle to the target. And then the second thing is we're going to compare the targets, compare the angles, and determine which one is less than the current target, and that's going to switch to our next target. So on the first, we're going to grab our current local target. We're going to get actor location. Then we want to open up our other variables here, just our regular private variables. We're going to grab our owning character. Get actor location. So this is going to get our actor's location, and this is going to get our current target's actor location. And we're going to subtract these. Do a subtract. Connect those together, and then we want to normalize this. And then we also need to get from our owning character, clean these up a little bit. From our owning character, we need to get follow camera. We need to scroll all the way down to the bottom to get that. And we need to get the forward vector of our follow camera, because that's where we're going to be looking at. And then we want to take the dot product of both of these. Let's do dot product. All right, so we want to get an A cosine degrees, so A cos degrees, and that's going to give us the angle between these two. And then we want to promote this to a local variable. We're going to call this current angle parentheses local. Go ahead and drag that into the local category there. And then we're going to connect that to our then 0 on our sequence. So that's going to be our first step there. Down. I want to move this up. Go ahead and just get this cleaned up a little bit here before we move on to the next one. All right, so you can go ahead and highlight all these and comment. Let's do parentheses step 1, just so we know what this is. Calculate angle to target. Oh, that's right. I haven't changed all that in this project. So, and you can compile and save that. Then we're going to go down and start working on step 2. So we want to get the current angle we just created. I'm going to do a less than. And we need to create a new variable. It's going to be another local variable. We'll call that best angle local. We want to change that to a float. and then go ahead and click on your current target local, hit Control D. We're going to duplicate that, and we're going to name this best target, parentheses local. Just drag that best angle local into the local category, that way they're all together. So then we want to take our best angle local. So we're going to compare our current angle. So our step one, we set our current angle. So we want to compare our current angle to our best angle. Or Boolean. If we do not have a best target, so best target is valid. We're going to do the F is valid, not the question is valid. Not Boolean. And then we're going to connect that to the or also. Get this cleaned up a little bit here. So if our current angle is less than our best angle, or we do not have a best target, so we best target do not have, I'm going to set a branch here and connect this to the then one. Double click on that line so we can set a reroute node, straighten that up. Grab this down, we're going to connect that to the condition of our branch. So we're going to set our best target, and we're going to connect our current target local, and then we're going to set our best angle local. Connect that to your best target local, and then we're going to get the current angle local and connect that one to the best angle local. Compile and save that. And we can highlight all this. C to comment. Step 2. If the angle is less than the current angle, or there is no best target, make this the next target. So if the current angle is less than the current angle, the best angle, or there is no best target, then we're going to make this one the next target. So the one that we're looking at, we're going to make the next target. Go ahead and compile and save that. All right, and then we need to grab that return node that we disconnected. We're going to connect that to the completed of our for each loop. And then we're going to get the best target local, and we're going to connect that to the return node target. Compile and save that. Go ahead and open up the inactive function. So, and then from find best target, from your target pin here, drag off, we're going to get BP grapple hook target. That's going to cast to our grapple hook target, and then the as BP grapple hook target here, we're going to right click and we're going to convert that to a pure cast. Now that just gives us the pin here, and then if successful, we got a Boolean pin here. That's really the only difference. Go ahead and compile and save that. Now we need to make a function for our grapple target to show the circle. So we need to go ahead and add a new function. You can go ahead and drag this into our private category and set this to private. And we're going to call this one set current target. Now this function is going to update our target and make sure the widget on the target is shown. So we need to click on the set target here. We're going to add an input. Change this to BP Grapple hook target. Grapple BP Grapple hook target object reference, because we want that to be the actual target. Call this new target. And we're going to promote this to a variable. We're going to call this current target. Go ahead and drag that up into our private category, and we're going to set that to private. Then you can go ahead and disconnect these. All right, so we're going to, after we unhook that, we're going to get the current target that we just set. So grab that and get. So just move this out of the way a little bit here. From our current target, we're going to do not equal. And we're going to go ahead and move this down to the bottom pins. So hold Control, just drag that down. And then our new target, we're going to connect to our top pin. We're going to create a branch. We're going to connect that to the condition. Connect this branch. All right. We actually don't even need this. Let's just get rid of that for now. So off of the branch, off the true, we're going to add another sequence here. We're going to do 3 things here. This is where we're going to hide the old target, we're going to set the new target, and we're going to make the new target visible. So we need to add a pin. So go ahead and click on add a pin on your sequence. So we need to get our current target again. And then we're going to right click and we're going to convert that to a validated get. That way it already validates our current target right off the bat. So we're going to connect that. And we need to add a function to our grapple hook target. So go ahead and open up your BP grapple hook target blueprint. And we're going to add a function. We're in the functions. Let's add a function. And we're going to call this set active. We're going to add an input on this, so click on the set active, add an input. We're going to name this active, and that needs to be a Boolean. So if that didn't create it as a Boolean, go ahead and click on your drop down, change that to a Boolean. So we're going to get our widget variable. And off of that, set visibility. Go ahead and connect that and connect our active to our new visibility. And then we also need to set the widget visibility in game to not visible. So click on your component widget up here in your details panel, just type in viz, where it says rendering visible. We're going to untick that box, compile and save that. This is going to set our widget as inactive and active to hide and show the best target. So now we need to go back to our grapple component on the set current target function that we were in. And And we're gonna grab that set current target function. We're gonna drag that out, connect that to the is valid. And we're gonna go from current target to new target. Actually, no, I'm getting ahead of myself here. We need to go ahead and delete that. From our is valid get, drag off, we're gonna set active BP grapple hook target set active. That's what we just created in the widget, and we need to connect the current target to the target there. And then that's all we need to do for this one. So go ahead and highlight those, hit C to comment. We're gonna comment that as hide old target. And then we're gonna set our current target. Set current target. And then we need to set our new target from our set current target here. So we're just gonna right click. We're gonna get new target, and that'll give us that variable from that pin. We're gonna connect that to the then. And what that's gonna do is that's gonna set our current target as our new target. Highlight those, comment, set new target. And then we're gonna duplicate the get is valid and the set active down here. We're gonna connect this to the then to. And we're gonna make sure that we tick this box here on the set active. Make sure this one's unticked and this one's ticked. So this is what's gonna hide the active one, and this is what's going to show the active one. Comment those. Show new target. All right, go ahead and compile and save that. And we're gonna go back into our inactive function. A lot of function switching here. And we're gonna call our set current target and connect that to the as BP grapple target. So we need our set current target function. We're gonna connect that. Connect this to our new target. Go ahead and compile and save. And then let's go back to our map. If you haven't added any extras in here yet, let's go ahead and add a couple in. So our BP grapple hook target, just drag those in. You want to make sure that those are kind of visible for the line traces. I'm just going to duplicate that with Control D, add another one in, save that, hit play. Now let's see, okay. So now as we look around, the one we're looking at is going to become the active, and the rest of them get hidden. And then when we change it, the one we're looking at, based on the camera angle, it's going to switch. So now we got that all set up. We're able to switch between our targets. We're going to stop here for this episode. In the next episode, we will start to set up the logic to grapple the targets. Do me a favor, if you haven't yet, hit that like and subscribe button for me. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.